right? Yeah, first time I've talked on this channel. First time. I made videos, but I haven't talked in them. These are my predictions. I'm gonna start you off with. Oh, this is my 2020-2021 NFL predictions. Let me show you the full score. Right. I got the AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens at 13-3. I think we they're the best team in that division. Pittsburgh Steelers 10-6. Pretty close, but looking at the schedule, it's like, yeah, this game they're winning, this game. Sometimes I don't believe they're as good as this, but it's like, nah. They're gonna win this game. They're gonna win that game. Next we got Cleveland 9-7, and Cincinnati 3-13. So that was my predictions for them. Next, I'm gonna move down. I got Houston at 10-6, Titans at 9-7. I know there's gonna be a lot of people like, yeah, the Titans will be so much better. Did you see them in the playoffs? So this is not a good regular season team. It's in a regular season average, but they usually jump it out in the playoffs. You know, we saw the 2017 season. They go 9-7. Oh, but then they came back 21-3. I think that's what they came back from. And then this year, they were 9-7, but they beat the Patriots, they beat the Ravens, and were 2 scores away from beating the Chiefs. So, those are my first 2. I don't usually talk, but I'm going to be talking a lot more. Oh wait, we got the Patriots at 9-7. Thought of hate for this one, but I got the Bills at 8-8. You know what? I don't trust Josh Allen. I'm going to look at that playoff and I'm like, God, what is he doing? The defense, I think, is going to save them this year. I guess they got Stephon Diggs. I just don't know, man. I just don't think that's not going to keep it. That's not going to keep it. Miami 7-9. I didn't know where to put them. I just think this is the best they can do. 7-9. I'm saying Tua plays like week 7. Starts out like week 7. I think by week 7 they'll start winning a lot more because I think Tua is a lot better than Fitzpatrick. And then the New York Jets 3-13. Lost Jamal Adams. Lost C.J. Mosley. Come on. That's just. I'm sorry, guys. That's just too easy. They're gonna be bad. Okay. I think even they can believe that. Oh, I got Chiefs. Give me a second, guys. Alright, 14-2 for the Chiefs, 7-9 for the Broncos, 4-12 for the Chargers, 3-13 for the Raiders. The Raiders have a huge problem at quarterback, and I think next year they'll be able to figure this out. John Gruden loves Marcus Mariota because he's like, okay, fine, I got quarterback, like a serviceable quarterback who can play some games instead of Derek Carr getting injured every season, and has only led him to one playoff appearance in 2016. Yeah, no, that's not cutting it. Derek Carr, I think Mariota could definitely take the spot from Carr. So that quarterback problem, you can't do that for the entire season. See, this guy versus this guy, and no. For this season, they're not going to be so good. Chargers, they got rid of their running back. Now they got, what's his name? They got a running back, Eckler, I think is his last name. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. The O-line has gotten a lot better, though. And it's the quarterback, though. Like, how good would Justin Herbert do? How good would Justin Herbert do? When will he take over? Because we know, I think they do better when, Justin Herbert comes in. Tyrod Taylor, another one. Is he gonna be absolutely terrible? I know he's not gonna be good, but is he gonna be the worst of the worst? I mean, his Browns didn't do too well. I'm just saying. Broncos, they just traded Chris Harris. They have Von Miller and Justin Simmons, which it's good, but the defense is just getting worse. They replaced Chris Harris with a running back who just had a bad season. Okay, I'm not saying that. Maybe he'll bounce back. Maybe it was a system, but I'm not gonna. Okay, give me a second, guys. Now, in the NFC, Green Bay 10-6. I think this is pretty good for them. Green Bay is a team where everyone's saying they're good, and I just feel like, okay, there's a really big chance this team misses the playoffs. I'm just going to say that. I saw this before. Look at the 2016 season. They almost went to the Super Bowl. And then look at the season after the 2016 season, 2017. Come on, team. 10-6 to 6-9-1 now. Minnesota Vikings. Your quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins, are going to be inconsistent. That's all I'm saying. Chicago Bears. You have a good defense. Your quarterback's Mitch Trubisky. You're not getting over the hump. Lions. I don't think I have to do much explaining for the Lions. Okay, let's move on. Alright, New Orleans Saints, 14-2. This is one of the best rosters they've had. Malcolm Jenkins on that defense. Cameron Jordan and the corner. Moshawn Lattimore is just getting better because he's younger, getting better. Everyone's saying this team's overrated. Some people have them at 14-2. I'm not gonna say that. People are saying but now people are saying, hey, they just spotted in Tom Brady. And okay, Tom Brady's weapons in New England he didn't have Gronk. Let's just say that. And that was his number one guy. When you lose your number one guy, it's not easy to bounce back, especially when you got some tough teams to play against. Now, the reason I'm putting them high is that the defense ranked like top 10 in defense. So that's already a standard. Tom Brady has much more weapons. I think Gronk, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. And I'm not saying Tom Brady and Gronk were the X factors. No, the amazing wide receiver core, amazing tight end, O.J. Howard and Gronk, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and a good O-line and a good offensive passing coach. That's why I have them high. I'm not saying it's because they brought in those two players. It's the team all around before was already pretty good. They got rid of Jameis Winston with Tom Brady. They got rid of now O.J. Howard's on the stone. No, they kept O.J. Howard. It's just now they have Gronk also. All right, Falcons. I don't know what's going on. They have one of the best top 10 offense in the league. I'm going to say that. Their defense, though, but it's one of the most pathetic things in the NFL. Carolina Panthers. They just don't have much guys after Christian McCaffrey. They just lost Luke Kuechly, so their defense isn't looking as strong. It's not as good as linebackers. And the quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, I'm not expecting him to do the 5-0 stuff, that we saw from him in the Saints. I just don't think that's going to happen. So, but I'm still expecting him to be a decent quarterback. They have DJ Moore, they got Christian McCaffrey, obviously. I didn't think I would have to talk about Christian McCaffrey too much, because you guys already know, superstar running back, but they just don't have much guys left on defense. So that would be my NFC South. And now the weakest division in football, the NFC East. My division, because I am a Redskins fan. A very sad one. Don't call me a bandwagon. No, I'm a Redskins fan. You can't call me a bandwagon after that. Nope. Not taking it. Dallas Cowboys have to admit will win the division. Because they're about to get old Thomas. They could be 13-3. I don't know what but you need a good quarterback to win. They built one of the best teams still around him. If their quarterback's great, this is going to go 13-3. Dak Prescott can do well. I don't know. I think I'm going to say how good Dak Prescott was from last season. All right, Washington football team. The name already speaks for itself. It's just a football team. It's not a good football team. It's not a good one. 3-13 Giants. You need a good quarterback to win. How good your quarterback is, if you have a good quarterback, your team's going to be good. Good quarterback, good team. Think about Mahomes, Lamar, Wilson. All the teams are so good. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Deshaun Watson, Tom Brady's team, usually good. Those top 7 superstar quarterbacks have always a team that's winning at like 10-6 and high. Giants don't have that. I don't know. Philadelphia Eagles. This team, if they don't have injuries, they could go 11-5. They're gonna go like 11-5. But for the amount of time the players gonna, Carson Wentz always injured. Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey, Zach Oldstevens getting injured. The defense. Carson Wentz somehow carried that team to the playoffs, but if they're gonna keep having injuries, they're gonna keep having problems. Now, I got Seattle Seahawks 13-3. Russell Wilson is a kill, and I mean a kill. I mean, gosh, good. He getting into deep balls. He got the scrambling. Very good improviser on that, and he's been in the NFL for a long more years now. So that means he's a lot better. He probably is the best leader in the NFL, in my opinion. Like that's a quarterback right there. And like I said, your team's gonna be good as a quarterback, and they're just getting better. They got Jamal Adams, and they got Luke Jacobs. He is overrated. They may get Old Thomas. I don't know who's going to get the edits yet. But if they do, for sure they're welcome. San Francisco 49ers. Don't give me heat. Because they're not going to be as good as they were last year. I'm saying. There's been a streak of NFC teams who have not been good after making the Super Bowl. Or not been as good. They dropped to like 10-6 or 9-7 in the next season. And then just boom. You really want me to see this? Sure. 2018 season. Los Angeles Rams. One as good. 2017 season. Philadelphia Eagles have not been as good. 2016 season. Falcons have not been as good. 2015. Carolina Panthers not been as good. Seattle Seahawks 2014. Yeah, they've been good, but they've never made the Super Bowl since then. So it's been a streak like that ever since like 2014, 2015. Ever since then. So I just don't think they're gonna be as good. I think they're gonna start letting it down. They won't have the number one wide receiver anymore, and that's something. Emmanuel Sanders gone. Oh no, he was only on them. Okay, I guess you know what, you got me there. He wasn't on them for too long. So I didn't keep track. Was he on a Broncos still, or was he on? I don't know. It was in the Cardinals. Deadly offense. It's not just because they have DeAndre Hopkins. It's the Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins I'm worried about. Kyler Murray is very balanced quarterback. That man got the scrambling. That man got the scrambling, the throwing, and there's always these second-year quarterbacks that are pretty good. Let me give you some examples. Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Second-year quarterbacks, and I think the streak will keep going. I think once started. I think Kyler Murray probably has the best chance on being that. So you know what? Him to DeAndre Hopkins, just a quarterback who I think is going to be amazing by the end of the season. To DeAndre Hopkins, top 3 wide receiver in the NFL. And everyone's top 3 out. At least, like, maybe Packers fans disagree. But, yeah. And then Los Angeles Rams, Jared Goff, not been seen after that didn't really ever since the NFC Championship game. I think you would agree in 2018, because Super Bowl was bad. 2019 season was bad. The Rams have just been getting. It's a mess over there on the Rams. The bright spot's the defense, but that's not going to carry them. And yeah, those were my predictions for the 2020 NFL season. This is my first video where I will be talking. I actually talked in this one. I'm going to be talking in a lot more videos. Not saying I'm going to be talking like a quarter to half of my videos I'll be talking. I don't know if that's going to stay, but those were my predictions for the 2020 NFL season. And see you next time on Football Edits HD.